This video is not for persons under the age of 13. By watching this video, you are declaring that you are above 13 years of age. This is our fourth part of this painting. The cow bathing in the water here. It's an acrylic, and we're really down to doing this area now, detailing this. Now what I want to do is get some more emphasis into this, but I don't want to lose all this nice work we've done. So I'm only going to be doing very thin glazes here in this area, and then we're going to concentrate on the face and getting that a bit more defined, and then it's a matter of translating everything over to that. And finally, as an overall thing, I'll tie it all together with some more tonal work, and that will be the painting finished. So let's get on with doing some more work with this. Now this cow is a very reddy colour. I'm not going to use direct red. I'm going to see if I can eke out some of this, blue, and see if some of this brown's still available. Just need a little bit more. If I can, just trying to be economical with using paint up, 'cause I don't like not using as much of the paint up as I possibly can. And again, I'm gonna go and make that little bit redder. Right, I'm happy with that. It's not red, but neither is it a very grey red. So yeah, that will just certain areas, and put some in there as well. Always remembering that when you're doing reflections, everything should come down like that. Right. Getting a teeny bit of black in there. And I'm still using a fairly impressionistic technique. I'm not going for ultra detail in this sense. One thing I've got to do before I forget. Which is the same as that, and I'll emphasise that now. Let's have a... It indents there a little bit. Have we got enough colour on that? I'm using a very, very light pink for this. Even though the face is white. And again, taking advantage of that blue we put in there, I'm just going to put a slight bit of red and that should give us like a really nice colour there. Bit more there, because it's unusual in nature to have any areas of a painting that's actually white. The very, very tiniest amount of highlights are white. Just gonna we can eke out a little bit of that area there. Right, let's get us detailing brushes for the facial features. It's a bit strange, this eye, because you just see the bottom bit like that. And then the only other bit is like that. And you can actually see its mouth, but not much of it. There's a blob there. And that goes quite dark there. And where that is there, that's dark. Let's get some of these darks in there as well. Just going to make that a lot darker. One more little bit here. It comes out a little bit more than what I've placed it. Make that a little bit more white. Bring that round. And I'm virtually done, I think, with any kind of detailing on that. What we need to do now is concentrate on the water. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to a fairly large brush and start adding washes of various colours, but very, 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 very thin washes. So I've got this blue activated again, and I'm gonna we can go across like this and then down. And see how it like creates a kind of a glaze over kind of thing. And then just to finish it off, some little dark areas here and there. Leave that in a little bit. See if I can just continuing to soften it, just to make sure that you know that that's completely different to what that is. And I would say, apart from maybe I may go back to it later on and tweak certain little bits, but as a painting, generally speaking, this is the painting pretty much done. You can faff about with it all day. I mean, you could go in even deeper and get even more detail in and what have you, but that's really down to you and how you feel about your painting. All we need to do now is tie the painting together with some brief bits of tonal value. So let's see if I can get a fairly big brush, and it's just a few random bits of black and white really that I'm going to use in this sense. Bit of that. I've got way too much there, I think. And tiny bit, there you go, again too much. Wet as brush. So we're going to get that all nice and wet. Look at it, the consistency. It's going to be really, really watery. Right. Tonal values. Just certain areas, and it's really transparent. This, you might think, oh, you're spoiling it, but it won't do, because it's that transparent. And we're going to take some of this off in a bit anyway. Put it on and we're going to take it off. Just to add a certain amount of interest, tonally speaking. Might have overdone that one. and it kind of brings it all together. I mean, you can even afford to do a bit of splatting at that stage. Be very careful what you're doing though. Tiny bit more. And we're virtually done. Might just nip a bit of this out just to create texture. There you go, it's like kind of brought it all together as an entire painting, tonally speaking. So this painting has been mainly to do with tonal values. We started with putting some crazy tonal values all in greens and yellows, and to make that the key colour in the painting, and we've kept that idea of creating things through tonal values all the way through the painting, right to the very end where we put an overriding layer of tonal value over all of it to bring it all together. Here's the end image. Hopefully we've had a good time watching these 4 videos, and we'll move on to his next project and we'll see what we can learn from that. But thank you for being with us on this particular painting, and we'll see you again the next time we get around to doing a painting. So bye for now, and don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Thank you. Bye.